undifferentiated being is who you are. That alone exists, and that alone is real. All spiritual practice is simply for the purpose of this non-dual realization. Know this undifferentiated being to alone be your nature, and all is perfect. There is a verse associated with the Upanishads, perhaps familiar to many of you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam, that is perfectly full. This is perfectly full. The emphasis is not so much on this as differentiated from that, the manifest from the unmanifest, all of this from the reality. The emphasis in the verse is on the perfect fullness of Purnam. That is the perfect fullness. The perfect fullness is that. What may be referred to as this is the same perfect fullness. The singular, perfectly full Brahman, which is our real self, is invariable. It is immutable. Hence its perfect fullness. The verse could end just with the first words, that is perfectly full. But the rest of the verse is for purposes of explanation, so that the fullness of that perfect fullness is fully realized. What is known as this is only that. What seems to be one's experience is actually only the self, which is the perfect fullness. Being, which can neither be born nor be destroyed, which does not increase and does not decrease, but remains its undifferentiated self. From the perfect fullness arises or comes forth. Again, the emphasis is not so much on something has come forth, but on the ever-existent perfect fullness. There is nothing else to constitute anyone or anything, anywhere. What is this perfect fullness? The unborn, imperishable existence. If or when that perfect fullness comes from what? From or of the perfect fullness. The perfect fullness alone remains. Before anything is created, there is this perfect fullness. When anything is created or imagined, there is the perfect fullness. After the dissolution of such, there is the perfect fullness. Before the beginning, after the end, all through, you are that perfect fullness, the infinite, eternal Brahman. That is the real being, undifferentiated. You are not a being of this that has come forth. But if you imagine yourself to be a this that has come forth, and you inquire as the Maharshi instructs, who am I? The thisness, the limitation, the objectivity will be negated as a mere illusion, being entirely unreal. And all that remains is that which is the ever-existent, the perfect fullness of undifferentiated being. The verse is usually concluded with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. To indicate the superlative peace of this utterly non-dual realization, the perfect fullness which is indestructible. That is, the innate, undifferentiated existence of your own self. Inquire to know yourself, and thus realize what the sages throughout all time have been proclaiming to be the truth. Then you yourself are the peace that you experience.